how do you explain deadbeat dads? You explain it by saying that it's not the end all be all. It's not guaranteed to give you that motivation. It's possible depending on a lot of factors if that's going to give you that bump. And I don't feel that it's worth the risk.
Well, I think that there's that accountability. There's that self-knowledge. I personally, knowing you, not to get it mushy, but knowing you, I would bet a fair amount that you're gonna probably turn the fuck up, man. Just knowing you and just this nigga, you do the extra on things that nobody else would fucking do. So imagine when a fucking life is involved that came from your nutsack. I could imagine the degree. It's almost scary. It's almost scary. Like, this nigga is like, oh shit, here goes Caesar with this shit. So I actually think that, I mean, I'm not pushing you to have kids, of course, but I think that if the fear is whether or not you will live up to expectation, I think you're gonna supersede it and over perform in terms of the detractors that are out there. That unfortunately there are fucked up guys out there. It's far past them being like sorry ass dads. They're just sorry individuals, but that's who they are in their funk. They can change that. It's just, do you want to?
Yeah.
And I don't know. So some people are just too caught up in their shit. I personally, I want to ball, and I want to be successful, and I want the good stuff.
Do you think about your max potential?
Yeah, and I all the time.
And what? Give me some names of people that you feel are equal, real life examples that are equal to what your max potential is.
Oh, equal. Not who I would probably want are inspired by. See, what people that I think that are like I'm on the same level?
No. What I'm saying is, if hypothetically speaking, 10 years from now, you can sleep at night knowing that you are at the level that, because for the next 10 years you dedicated, if for the next 10 years you were at 100% with self-awareness, with productivity, with discipline, with drive, you were at whatever 100% is to you as an individual, your individual abilities, your individual thoughts, your individual circumstances, your individual factors. You went at 100, never failing for 10 years. You were at 100.
Oh, cool.
Where?
Easy. Oh, okay.
Now,
okay.
10 years later, give us some names of present day people that that can give the idea of what this 10-year you is.
Sure. Kevin Hart for sure. I respect his hustle, and I admire his, I admire his hustle, and I think he's super hilarious. However, there's those, and then there's Dave Chappelle's, which are just like, there's commitment to hustle, and then there's just this like astronomical equation of just talent.
Well, but still, even the fact that you said Kevin Hart,
yeah.
How far are you from that level right now today?
Oh, I got like 80% to go.
So, you see, you're speaking my language, because if you asked me that question, if you went into my brain of what I think I'm capable of,
right?
It's something that is so far away from where I am sitting here today that's where I'm coming from, where I feel that I am not worthy yet to be a father.
You just got to put your penis in a vagina, man.
No, I mean, that part's easy, but I feel that until I figure out myself in a way where, at the end of the day, I'm human, right?
Last time I checked.
This is what I want. This is what I want. What I want is that I'm in the 90 percentile of my max potential. I don't feel that I'm at the 90 percentile of my max potential. I feel that I'm in the upper 60, lower 70% of my max potential.
That's pretty good.
That's me being nice because the camera's on. If I'm being honest with myself, I'd probably say I'm more in the 40-50 range.
Right.
You know what I mean? Closer to the 40 range.
Yeah. And I'm extremely hard on myself too. But
no, but this is different. Well, it's not different. I don't know. But yeah, it's that. It's that. It's if I'm being honest, you asked the question.
Transparency, accountability, and the greatest. This comes from like the Black conscious community, which is self-knowledge. This is like 5%er talk, and I'm no expert on it, but self-knowledge is part of one of the principles to becoming, when you elevate and you come into godhood, is when you know your shit. You know your shit. Now the question is,
are you
what
gonna
do you
act
do
on
about
it?
it?
Exactly. That's what gives me hope.
Mm-hmm.
What gives me hope is talking to people that are delusional. That's my favorite. Not my favorite thing. It's what gives me hope, to be honest. When I talk to people that speak in a way that I recognize that, I can see that I'm shit. And if I thought I had it all, if I thought that because I got the figures that I have in cash, and I got this or I have that, if I thought that made me X, that I'm limited by that.
Yep.
But the fact that I can have this and that and this and that a lot of people would compare themselves to it and be like, oh, damn, I wish. And I still consider myself a piece of shit. That's what gives me hope that I will get on that path that will lead me to.
But that's why I think you need, like, there's some things that people say, like, you should surround yourself with like-minded individuals, where I'm a little flexible, where I think you need to have 3 stages of people in your life. You need people who remind you of what not to do and who not to be. A lot of those. You need peers because you want to be competitive. And then you need people that you aspire to want to become. To have the full spectrum, because you always need a reminder you're not doing enough.
That's interesting. I say something very similar to people. I say you need people that are underneath you, but have.
He's a sociopath.
No, that are underneath you, but have aspirations to be better that you can help.
Okay.
You want people at your level that want to achieve greater things, and you want people above you that can help pull you up. Because it's very similar to...
For sure.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same shit.
Yes, the same concept, same principle.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the other day I was driving to work. I'll give you a little taste. This is a first. This literally was a fresh thought that came to my head the other day. The alcohol's flowing. The other day, because of the pivot, we were referring earlier to
the
pivot,
podcast.
The pivot podcast. So I'm listening to all these people. I'm listening to all these athletes, all these successful people. And there was just this moment. I'm on my way to work where I had this moment. I realized all the things that I could have done when Orlando went to shit. All these things that I could have done that I didn't do, that didn't even cross my mind to do until now. So it's impossible. I couldn't. I'm a different person. But now the question is, with what I know now, how can I use that moving forward? So to be specific, because you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. You even have the phase.
I remember Orlando. I remember there was a time when...
What was I doing in Orlando?
I knew you was in school.
What was I in school for?
Engineering.
Okay, mechanical engineering. Damn, you good. You
man.
listen.
I only knew you for like 7 years.
Okay.
If I didn't know, that'd be fucked up.
That's fine.
Damn, I ain't a piece of shit.
So I'm studying engineering, mechanical engineering. Why is it that I have not and did not dedicate a large percentage of my free time to learning everything I could learn, to knowing everything I could know about mechanical engineering? Why is it that I'm working in a residential building, right? Instead of, imagine if I never strayed, if I always was teaching myself shit the way I teach myself shit about politics, shit about this, shit about that. Why wasn't I learning everything about
Traeger grill?
The Traeger grill. Why wasn't I learning everything that had to be with CAD and mechanical engineering? Why is it that I wasn't?
What? Good. If you don't get out of here about this damn lizard, and now this is gonna be in the podcast. It's okay.
Lizards are good because I love when lizards are in the house because you know what they do? They eat insects. So you want 1 or 2 lizards in the house because they protect you from the bugs. Is it eat what? No, it doesn't eat food. It only eats the bugs that will crawl on you while you're sleeping.
All right, go to your bed, girl. You got judo tomorrow. So
that's actually true. That's why I don't kick all the lizards out of my house.
And they eat this because they eat the roaches.
They eat all the bugs that be crawling on you.
No roaches.
Google how many spiders you eat in a lifetime, and it'll scare the shit out of you. The average amount of spiders people eat in their sleep.
Don't want to know.
Thank you. The more lizards you got, especially if you're in South Florida, the more lizards you got, the more. Let me get back.
Not them African lizards. Because you're right. After you made that point, I was like, what, these big ass fucking monitors?
And I have to admit, I was also being kind of racist. So there are African lizards that invaded, but if I'm being completely honest, the more specifically, it's these Caribbean lizards.
You are racist.
That are the ones that
we were
seem
referring
to be taking. Yes.
Yeah, because I just call them African lizards because this is where you got to test your information, guys. Because you'll just take it.
The problem is with me is depending on the importance of it is the due diligence.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't.
It was already going on.
Yeah.
I accepted that these lizards are here.
But my point is this: I was imagining a parallel universe.
Okay.
Where I could have learned everything I had to learn about mechanical engineering. I could have created my own CADs. Do you know what a CAD is?
They use it for architectural stuff.
Yeah.
Come on,
computer
man.
assisted.
Come on.
Computer
I'm
aided drawing.
Pretty face.
But yes,
baby.
but for you guys, computer aided drawing, computer assisted drawing, computer.
I actually have CAD like programs too.
Yeah. So why is it? Why didn't I create a bunch of CADs of a bunch of different designs, of a bunch of different ideas, and go around to different engineering firms saying, "Listen, I don't have a degree because of XYZ, but look, I know something. Let me volunteer for the summer. Let me do an internship. Pay me to clean. Pay me to clean around the engineering firm, and I'll volunteer on the." I started thinking of all the different shit that I could have done, but I didn't do because in the moment, the thought it just didn't cross my mind. And those are the moments that make me realize, like, oh, see, you're still not there. You're not
that bullshit. That bullshit. But you gotta know your bullshit. You know what's cool though? Is that you now know through retrospect and hindsight, like it's necessary. It's growing pains. You have to do that in order to get to the place of that potential. If you think that you're just gonna wake up one day and just you took a limitless pill, that's not how it works. And it would be fucking great.
And I thought of you
Thank you.
For a moment in that car ride because I was on my way to work for real, because I thought of this podcast and everything, and I thought about the fact that you're 5 years older than me.
Thank you.
You know, you're 5 years older than me, so I was wondering. That's 5 years of wisdom. That's 5 years of time. When I think about myself now and I think about 5 years from now, I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
I get goosebumps imagining the absorption of wisdom and understanding and I'm jealous. I'm jealous of the 5 year from now version of me because I can't pick into that brain now.
Ah, yes.
You know what I mean?
Because you so experience is something that is acquired obviously through time. This is the most obvious statement you can make. But those experiences, unfortunately, we would like to think that I can go, you could tell me everything to do and I'm going to do it. The reality is when you get into the real world and you actually start to practice, that's the experience. When you get to use it in the real world, like you behind the books and taking classes, now you got to take that shit into the real world and use it. That's the shit. That's when you like, oh shit. Okay, do you think it was you not actually going in attempting to do these things? Was it out of insecurity of not knowing enough about it? Was it a insecurity, or was it even an insecurity, or was it just like, no, I don't even know if I want to fucking do this shit?
I mean, I'm about to be real honest.
Keep it real.
Yeah,
son.
I don't give a fuck.
Keep it. I don't give a fuck.
No, what I think
is this the bomb? That's it.
what I think it is, and I'm risking finding excuses, and that's where I'm hesitant to say it, but it's thoughts that's in my head, so fuck it.
Keep it real. Real.
So there's something that I keep thinking about, and I go back to, and I think about the fact that I'm first generation born in America.
For sure.
And I grew
you
up.
Want to tell them where you is, or what you are? Sometimes the ghetto come out.
Oh. Oh, like Dominican?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I come from a Dominican...
American...
No, I come from a Dominican family.
Oh, yeah, because your mom and dad...
My mom and dad are both pure Dominican. You go all the way back, generations, Dominican. Where pure as pure come. I come from, borderline Dominican royalty.
Talk your shit.
I'm six generations away from the general that fought for Dominican Republic's independence.
Diverge.
Yeah. Damn.
Come on, son.
Trying to get people coming to my house.
They got like streets.
Trying to get people to look up public records.
You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be bleeped. But the point is.
Oh shit! Yeah, my bad.
But the point is that you pulled a Caesar. But the point is that I come from pure Dominican ancestry, and I'm first generation born in America. So
that's like saying a pure pit bull.
Yeah.
But
so
yes.
the point is that I have no point of reference to understand Americanism,
culture,
American culture, Western culture,
elitism.
Well, I guess Caribbean is part of Western, but the point is, knowing American history, this is me in real time, in real life. I'm the first. Myself, my siblings, my cousins, we are the first. We are the pioneers of what it means for our family to be in this part of the world. That's just a fact. And growing up, my father taught me to limit my dreams, limit my expectations.
Damn, this shit sound like fucking red. So
after hours, I was thinking that too. I was looking at the time too.
No, because you went to like, oh shit, I wasn't ready.
I said it's the truth. I'm exaggerating to an extent. It's at the end of the day,
because it was done with practicality.
No, and it was done with his limited knowledge, because he wasn't born here. He had no choice. He didn't. No one in my family had the ability to know what it means to live and grow up here and survive here because no one did it.
There was no ill intent. It was like,
No, it's not.
This is how I came here. This is
no. Because for full context and disclosure, I wouldn't trade if I had to be a first generation born in America. I can't think of a better father to have had. I can't think of a better. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of a better one to have to prepare me for being the first generation born in America. So I don't want to conflate the two, but the reality is that I am the first.
And there's some ramifications from that experience.
There's realities to that experience.
Maybe ramifications.
Yeah, well, it's not even. Oh no, because but yeah, there are realities to that. What the hell? I forgot what the fuck we were saying.
Hey, yo, it's great. We're deep diving into our, and you know what?
Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, so I was taught, for example, I will never forget, this is what's sad, or not sad, it's just the reality. I was too young, and I am now too old to know why I even said it. But there was a moment where I told my dad, like, I want to be the CEO of my own company.
Yeah, well,
but I'm young. I don't know what I saw on TV. I don't know what I saw in America that led me to make that comment to my father.
It was a status symbol for you.
I don't know. I don't know why I said it. All I know is my dad's response. My dad's response was,
I could take this and this and say that to you was something to aspire to. So it's a status symbol.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a decent theory. It's a decent theory. I don't know. The point is, my dad was like, "Listen, that's not realistic. That's not, get a 9-to-5, put your head down, do good, and retire. That's the American dream.
Practical."
Yeah, and I didn't agree with it, but now that I'm older, I'm trying to recognize. Maybe I don't know the full extent. Maybe I don't know the full extent that those interactions played into my subconscious that leads to my actions, that leads to my outcomes. Maybe that's why I'm 30 years old having this epiphany of, wait a minute, if 7-8 years ago you had this outlook on life, you had this understanding of life that you have now, you would have made all these crazy, amazing decisions that would have benefited your life a long time ago. Maybe if you had uncles and cousins that were already successful because they lived certain lives and there were certain conversations that were happening at the Thanksgiving dinner table that didn't happen in my reality. Maybe I was 17, 18 years old with a completely different outlook on life that it happened to me that I had to be 30 to get it.
Wow. Because you take your perspective, right? And you take my perspective. And we're going to save this for after hours. Because we're fucking flying right now.
I think we're going to end up, to be honest, because I thought about it when I was looking at the time too, we're pretty much going to cut after hours into this. So we are in after hours.
We are in after hours. And we're probably going to take a 5-minute break.
Because you have some stuff you want to say?
No. We're gonna come back to this point for sure. Because right now we're fucking cooking. I'm not gonna lie. We're fucking potting right now. I'm not gonna lie. This is where it's at, baby. Are we just gonna do a quick check? Make sure all the equipment is running and going. Because I don't want to miss a fucking moment. Stay tuned. We're coming right back.